From the moment you got your first piggy bank, you've been told a story about money. You earn it, you save it, the bank holds it safe. Maybe they lend it to someone else to buy a house. Simple, right? Except it's completely backwards. The real story of money isn't taught in schools. It's barely discussed in economics courses. And for good reason, because once you understand how money actually works, you'll never look at debt, housing prices, or economic crises the same way again. Here's the truth bomb. 97% of the money in circulation wasn't printed by any government. It was created by private banks, digitally, the moment someone signed a loan agreement. Today we're exposing the hidden machinery of modern finance and the debt-based system that controls more of your life than you realize. Pop quiz. Who creates most of the money in the economy? The government? The Federal Reserve? The US Treasury? Wrong on all counts. Physical cash, the bills and coins you can actually hold, makes up less than 3% of the total money supply in developed economies. When a central bank like the Bank of England prints a 10-pound note, it costs them pennies to produce, and they sell it at face value. That profit funds public services. But that other 97%? That's where things get interesting. That's commercial bank money. Pure digital entries in computer databases. And here's the kicker. When you take out a loan, the bank doesn't reach into a vault full of depositors' money. They don't transfer funds from somewhere else. They simply type numbers into your account. The money didn't exist one second, and then it does the next. The loan creates the deposit, not the other way around. Don't take my word for it. In 2014, the Bank of England published a paper admitting exactly this. Quote, "The reality of how money is created today differs from the description found in some economics textbooks." Translation, the textbooks have been lying. Money isn't recycled from savers to borrowers. It's invented on demand by banks with a keystroke. This creates a fundamental paradox at the heart of our economy. Money is debt. Think about the implications. If everyone, every person, every business, every government paid off their debts tomorrow, the money supply would virtually disappear. Because money only comes into existence when someone borrows it, economic growth requires ever-increasing debt. Politicians love to lecture us about living within our means and balancing the budget. But if everyone actually tried to save and pay down debt at the same time, the economy would collapse. This is why we're locked in perpetual boom-bust cycles. During the good times, banks create money aggressively, flooding the economy with easy credit. Asset prices soar. Everyone feels wealthy. But when borrowers can't keep up with payments, banks panic and slam on the brakes. They stop creating new money. Credit dries up. The recession becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's not a bug in the system, it's a feature. Let's talk about why housing has become unaffordable for an entire generation. The standard explanation is supply and demand. Not enough houses, too many buyers. But that's only half the story. The real culprit, where banks choose to direct their newly created money. Banks face a choice: lend to a startup or small business, risky, uncertain returns, or lend against a house secured by collateral that historically only goes up. Guess which one they pick every time? In the UK alone, over 60% of bank lending now goes to mortgages. In the US, it's similar. When you inject trillions of newly created money specifically into housing, prices don't just rise, they explode. This doesn't create real wealth, it just transfers money from young people to existing homeowners. Millennials and Gen Z are forced to take on record levels of debt just to achieve what their parents got with a single income. The system isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed, to extract maximum profit from those who have the least. It wasn't always this extreme. For decades, the US dollar, and by extension much of the world's money, was backed by gold. But on August 15, 1971, Nixon made a shocking announcement. America could no longer honor its commitment to exchange dollars for gold. The Bretton Woods system collapsed overnight. We entered the era of pure fiat currency, money backed by nothing except government decree and collective belief. Since that moment, the money supply has grown exponentially, the constraints are gone, and so is any pretense of scarcity. Today, the global financial system operates more like an empire than an economy. The IMF and World Bank leverage debt to control developing nations, forcing them to privatize resources and cut social spending while Wall Street reaps the profits. Ever notice how the same faces keep appearing in positions of power? Former Goldman Sachs executives running central banks, treasury departments, even heading entire governments from Italy to Greece. As trader Alessio Rastani infamously said during the 2011 crisis, "I don't care about the economy. My job is to make money from it." That's not cynicism. That's honesty about how the game actually works. So where does that leave us? Are we just stuck? Not necessarily. Around the world, economists and activists are proposing alternatives. Some advocate for sovereign money, taking the power to create money away from private banks and returning it to democratically accountable institutions. Others propose backing currency with tangible assets we actually need, renewable energy credits, baskets of essential commodities, or public infrastructure. The specifics matter less than the principle. Money creation should serve society, not extract from it. The current system concentrates wealth upward by design, but every system was built by people, which means people can rebuild it. The first step? Understanding what's really going on. The banking establishment depends on your ignorance. Don't give them that power. If this opened your eyes, share it. Hit subscribe for more investigations into the systems that shape our world. And drop a comment. Do you think money creation should be a public utility, or is the current system the price of a free market? Either way, now you know the truth. What you do with it is up to you.